The last MPP regime, the government. I'm not here to do partisan thing. Whoever is listening should look at it through the political lenses. I remember I drew the attention of one of the execs that every time they talk about this entertainment industry, they try to trivialize stand-up. The minute I mentioned it to him, he drew the attention of the GTA boss, then Mr. Osiajima. And every time there is a comedy show, they will call you and ask you, what can the GTA do to support your show? Whether in kind or anyhow, they will try and come through for you. It is true the last regime that we had, Obi and I had a chance to travel to the US to be part of the Ghana week in DC, meaning now they were looking at our direction, but we even needed more. But this current government, like, we don't even exist in their books. Last year, I invited 2 South African comedians to come to Ghana, join me do my show. And I went to see the ambassador of South Africa, the acting one. And he was like, how can I help you? And this is coming from somebody, he shouldn't even do it for me. And he was ready to assist me with everything he needs to do to make the show a success. I got a call from somebody from Black Star Experience. And he was like, hey, we are trying to partner with the South African government on merging the tourism, and we've seen you are bringing 2 South Africans from, so you know what, can you share some of the footage so we add it to our proposal? And I said, cool, but I want to understand, how would that affect my industry and myself, because I am initiating it myself. That was the last call. After the call dropped, and I even called somebody to reach out to Mr. Rex Omar. It was a 3-way call. He said we will hear from him, and that was it. The previous government, that call would have changed something for me. Until date, I've not heard from them. Nothing, 0 effort. And we are still here, marking time. So when this man said this government, he's giving them 0. I was like, yeah, I support him 100%. Because there are and for some reason, this government has the highest number of creatives in position, and they are partisan thing. Whoever is listening should look at it through the political lenses. I remember I drew the attention of one of the execs that every time they talk about this entertainment industry, they try to trivialize stand-up. The minute I mentioned it to him, he drew the attention of the GTA boss, then Mr. Osiajima. And every time there is a comedy show, they will call you and ask you, what can the GTA do to support your show? Whether in kind or anyhow, they will try and come through for you. It is true the last regime that we had, Obi and I had a chance to travel to the US to be part of the Ghana week in DC, meaning now they were looking at our direction, but we even needed more. But this current government, like, we don't even exist in their books. Last year, I invited 2 South African comedians to come to Ghana, join me do my show. And I went to see the ambassador of South Africa, the acting one. And he was like, how can I help you? And this is coming from somebody, he shouldn't even do it for me. And he was ready to assist me with everything he needs to do to make the show a success. I got a call from somebody from Black Star Experience. And he was like, hey, we are trying to partner with the South African government on merging the tourism, and we've seen you are bringing 2 South Africans from, so you know what, can you share some of the footage so we add it to our proposal? And I said, cool, but I want to understand, how would that affect my industry and myself, because I am initiating it myself. That was the last call. After the call dropped, and I even called somebody to reach out to Mr. Rex Omar. It was a 3-way call. He said we will hear from him, and that was it. The previous government, that call would have changed something for me. Until date, I've not heard from them. Nothing, 0 effort. And we are still here, marking time. So when this man said this government, he's giving them 0. I was like, yeah, I support him 100%. Because there are and for some reason, this government has the highest number of creatives in position, and they understand the frustration of the creative. But it will shock you that some of them, even before they go to power, you can call them, they will pick your call and have an industry come. Now, when you call them, they don't pick. You get to their PA, they don't pick. And it's quite frustrating.
We were firm and we had an aim. And I can tell you today that the NDC is virtually the first political party to have fulfilled our entire youth manifesto in 1 year. Everything we promised in there, we have done it. And so I bring you good news from President Mahama. I bring you good news from President Mahama. He says we are going to go back to the drawing board, and for the first time, we will put together a second manifesto, and we shall implement it again before the end of his term. We know what we were about. We were about. We were firm and we had an aim. And I can tell you today that the NDC is virtually the first political party to have fulfilled our entire youth manifesto in 1 year. Everything we promised in there, we have done it. And so I bring you good news from President Mahama. I bring you good news from President Mahama. He says we are going to go back to the drawing board, and for the first time, we will put together a second manifesto, and we shall implement it again before the end of his term.
All right, it's in for the church money now. I hope so. Will be out here. Yes, good. I hope so. Will be out here. Within the Felix appear high political zone. So, and then the first day I will show me a message. I say, baby, I'll show me free piano. Obe follow me. Obe like a page. And obe bar command so to say the omokano. Obe tap so I copy myself on Sahana Bayo ya. Na ode I aboa me. Again say and next week first day I will show you what TikTok. Then we will do the needful. And I say obey the needful by following me, tapping on the screen, reposting and sharing for me, which would also help the page grow. Sorry. Mama, now, and then the messages are made by direct and straightforward. And we will get it going in a bit time. The message and say, Safi no joining a type of so mame. Na bomode na ma I think of me and the Serbian I say I just say that's once. Okay, let's see. Sorry. Inti Safi na watch me follow it for me. Yeah, me YouTube for so message say mo mobile share page mobile like na moja comment ebeboa na yet me ako. And then the two topics. First topic has to do with Owusu Bempa, and then the second topic has to do with Malik Basenteli. Now, for those of you who are must stay on my platform, so I believe so by now my how do they call it, my position when it comes to certain men of God in Ghana. And it's like joke. Everything I have said, everything I have spoken about these men of God, it comes to pass. I remember be a platform here, so for those of you that has followed me for some time, so they will bear me witness. The catcher said, so food biara. Obu nani gu nyame asem so. Edane ni hu nyame. Ede ne nsa kogu John Mahama so say. Onyankopon se John Mahama na ebetumi apagya Ghana de akoyie no. Omo nyankopon ene omo Bible ene omo bedi ne pepe meka wa here. There's actually videos to that effect. For those of you who have followed me, I asem wa meka. Utie meka say osophobia onim papa na wanye na wabɔ mmɔden sɛ sɛbio ɔhyɛda ekodi obi akyi okodi obi akyi na ɔde abɔ aboro all because say they are ɔhwehwɛ no wanya no onyame ɛbɛpa wɔn so den onyame bɛpa wɔn so entoma meka wa he ya na asagro Felix, sometimes I make a people think say Unity, you are welcome. People think I just speak. Maybe to them I just speak. But anybody who has eyes, anybody who has ears, anybody who can see far would know say men someone meka me near me ya me yeni nano. And yes, me betina keke na meka nembum e wonyina so nti e me gina so a me bekasa. Ebio answer na me be this political communication near the way, you know. I made a promise to God. Me ka train Yankopon say. Me pese me ye politics see na ebe fine. Na so that I can do it correct. And the only thing God told me in say me de no kreye dia minimum we said that. And me so me programming me started here 6 years ni you know. Felix nkwaka asembia later on yekohwehwe mu ana enye nokre. I always do my best to research, understand the subject matter, find ways to communicate it, and sana mabetina mwanim na media bremo. Nti menye obi a metwanya time na ebeso a na makoso camera esi me so na me se mo mehwe me no, I don't do that. Everything be a me be and me share that to be boas na my ye. Now, I happened to see a video of Owusu Bempa. Em say for some time now, say money na money be ebeya adwene Nyankopon bo n'ani so ede ne hwe fom wie no atase ka no otase ya yankusi ba bia enu nti oye no se obetu n'ani ede esi obi a onye ne hwe eho na wiase no yesesa adwembo ne ba ekura trimu a otongum ekura so nam hwa na adwembo ne ba ne trimu a otongum. Now, Owusu Bempa is a typical example of that type of person. Say, oye unho se ubedi abro. Oye unho se ubedi bone. Oye unho se odi nyansa ana wode wo wadwene mu ebedada nipa de ansay nipa. Many abay, believe me, you might fool them for some time. But a brebeba or many subetio. If we are see idea, Yanese wedi trodia truby. Na otwa bededi, upie cry na ofere. Uti, upie cry na ofere. And hunti. I have always said this, and I continue to say this. Senukrentina se me fans ni na kra ebe free menchenya mekanokrano. I have also said, say, Owusu Bempa, nyamense bia ni ne so te said the ana first ne yedwene no. Same way, maka, aka. Eya na nkrofo wi refiri say, se Nyankopon soma wo, na soma osoma wo no wanko na odane no wankasa wo laaya, Ono Nyankopon na pekwan bi so. Ede yeden edugu animu ase enu nti se oye wo hu nyame amongst men oye wo hu se wo na wo ye nyame amongst men na Onyankopon so pekwan bi so ede kire wo se ono na ye nyame na ende Christopher ama nyame som no abeye bibie wo ho ase sometimes one to obu ase na one hwemu a utie one to bo asena one share the way aniama air corner, you might end up doing something and saying something a big go against somebody's religion. Because say so swampa say religion inti obi be said that at a time e de ato Ghana for ntem because ye NDC MPP then we have a problem. Say obi be said that for religion so e de adanse kunu mu adane nyame ano asesa de nyame kan ye e de ono an de ope ne ono an sentiment de ahyewa ema ebinom omo de omo senka womo nyi nyame ndi no na womo de omo nye religious no e ya na kwa omo nsem ne bi ya epe nanso Yesu ye na Awurade Yesu Kristo oba asase so se de ebe ya ye nmu bi be na ntete se wono na yetumi ama eja no edin anase yetumi ama enuonyam aka eja ne din ene sofo eye powerful echi nyame ene sofo eye powerful chin ye kununom ene ye yerenom ene dia sofo beka se ye mpie nko no se oye sofo papa se onye sofo papa se nyame nsa wo no so se nyame nsa ni no so yese sofo danidin so sofo edanidin so enti yenjaom na de omo peso omo ye bia omo nye ene me de mo fa 4 cardinal principle afa ousu bempa ho patro me da se mo amoma me gift me da se afa ousu bempa ho na me wia na yeko Malik Basenteli so ho me de me we ebeto sisi a na yenhwa de let me edit my I need a new goal. I'm pin new goal. Pin new goal. Okay, pin new goal. Okay. The first principle I'm a person me de eka ousu bempa asem way. What and answer what occasioned all of this. Now, the minim say God indeed reveals to redeem. Nyame ye adwuma fa ne difo ne na sofo ne yes me gisa ne mani ni na di. Eno nti se sofo anaso odifo bi beka nyame adwene de akyere me a onipaku no su ene ne ban esese se nyame. Isanse oboyense ne seso. Ebie onyame se tumi ni na eye ne dia. Abodie ni na hye na se. Utie. Abodie ni na hye na se. Oye atonsu amowia nyame. Ose ono no nanim eni nachi obi ni hobi. Tinie pa. Nyame na ekasa yi. Na ose woni a emma won ho so eye won ho enyame no onu nyame ye den obre won ase. Ebio yes, pride go before fall. The trainer say ansa na obi be hwe ase abehwe fom no na ni tu no ne prideness na homa so bi edinkan esi. Na debia na meka se onyankopon sebe onfa kwasiafo sebe otieniye nyame onfa kwasiafo endi domanim enya no kreda nyame onfa kwasiafo entete ne ma de bida na saya ye nyame ndwan kuoi se nyame pehwe so papa se obi nhwe ye so a nyame nkoma yen obi a onti nyame ase se only be yen. Now Abrantie Owusu Bempah. And there is some lies bia yakeka me person me Felix because me didn't catch them say the new NPP communication eba no ya makwan ma sam tete niema ye kan ye ma ne to ho no enka there be this time ye be pap e madwudwam no wahu no kore no. One, Owusu Bempah ye sofo in his own mind. Ena watia sorry. Now sorry now what no NDC for koho MPP for koho Nelso o decide say on the MPP for ne beye den ebebo o decide say on the MPP for en ebebo na MPP no eya na bin maka say eno no na ebo mpaye eno no na ebo mpaye na I find that thing very disrespectful. Because one yankasa a bomb pie de nanado eba power. Ghana fwa eko wonko to jenim e bomb pie. A software kuku damwa eko wonko to jenim e bomb pie. Nanano mwa hemfwa e so nyame nimu ja ebo nyame mpaye se nanado e medino. Owusu Bempah na onka ho. Now, you're very smart. I must give him that. He knows how to coil his way to make himself look relevant. Onimiyepa. Inti ene de so de no ho kra na be kwa social media for na ye didi na tem 1 week bi na why relevant. He's okay with that. He's very good at doing that. But now the facts must speak for what they are. One, Owusu Bempah nye MPP sofo. Utie. Se MPP bema obi adwuma ya sofo a ye ni omo ye adwuma no. Ye tro den, ye tro appointment letter say. Ye pese obeka ye clergyman na ye omo be ye the go-to clergyman for the party and I say for an organization. As we speak, Owusu Bempah nkuta krata bia e kire say MPP for ne wo contract say or no enkwa na nyankopon ebetie on behalf of MPP any baby a it is our narrative no ene wo free me show you so a kokusa narrative no MPP for any Owusu Bempah ko contract dia say o ma ye ba mu a ye be sidan e de ama no me pa cho eno so ye there Owusu Bempah onkofa video kun onkofa tape kun a MPP pani bi MPP ni bi ne sign yes say MPP for ye ba mu a Owusu Bempah ye be si asori dan ama MPP for say ye ba mu a Owusu Bempah say utwa ni particular wo be ko MPP for say ye ba mu a Owusu Bempah say wudin kwase asem kra wo be ko because na de ye ba mu ye ni any contract like that. Enti senye se we NDC ni na wo de wo pese wo be huru nipa keke na abeka de a enne no moma ni free etrim se Owusu Bempah is a powerful MPP so for it's not so. Two, MPP a political party. Utie NPP a political party. Now any religion bia wo mu bia no utumi join MPP constitution no and trust asori we mu nipa ana sankrofo we nkwa na etumi ba beye MPP there be enimu sa eni mrenimu sa Owusu Bempah so ate na sori no oteye no one tron baby ase ma sorry we die eye MPP fu asori because na me no ka say okwa na sorry dem ho a NDC fu ogu ho MPP fu ogu ho CPP fu ogu ho one yen kwa obia won even political party ni na ho and that makes it say obi bia opeso ko Owusu Bempah sorry bia wo ho right so obeko Obi bia opeso jai na sorry bia wo ho right to be jai. Obi bia wo ho kwan so peso join the MPP obe join ni. Obi bia wo ho kwan so peso jai MPP a o jai. Now, in our part of the world, religion is very crucial. Religion is taking it very serious. And hunti say ye call elections near there, and even a brochure ha cry ye could call software community leaders near there, ye could call commoners, send you a mokokasa, echo ton ye manifesto chomo, and almost some of the man quada almost it is allowed. And no say me political party me ba wo sorry. Say me no wo be someone. It does not automatically qualify you, say, because I'm about sorry them abesumuntino. Nyankopon de me party kra any nipe woman in Accra de ashawunsa. Nyame onye kwasi ampeni nti, wonye kwasi aniama. We are still on the Owusu Bempa issue. Yeni abrepa. This time around, okay? Sophobia wembu. Sophobia dia yetete ma mudi ye Mahama tete ma mudi ye Ibrahim Mahama no tete ma mudi wie ye no anso na obe se obe ma obeye abesore ye be dum nentem tieni ye pa me say this time around say a yes sophobi adwene say one more betete religion echi Edi ababe bwetia MPP abeke kansem de tia Dr. Bawumia was house of kono san kwache partation nechi hi was house of kono hi sofo a wambu ho sofo a obekwa ekotu twampetasi obekwa akono nom niama obekwa ekohwiahwia asra edi abetena wo pulpit so ebetu wanidi si MPP so meka me papa nai afi we ebeye jo monkwa sorry ma sorry dan no emu nyama kono wa wo de wa sorry dan so na wo fere se wo beko enam niama wadi a abetodwa se mo mpem ho asem a wo ho mu chia wo ma sorry dan mu wa and the salvation is God and God is salvation. You open your heart, heaven is open for you. We are now ajo nkwasi sika no we kodi na manya ne saa na mo bete nyame achi be yesa mo be politics yeso ye bekwa akote nyame achi na yeso ye de mo aye politics ne pa enti asofo ne this time around munyina yie aheya na meka kire mo say sofo bia wo koso an nsa de gu John Mahama su bia no anytime a child cries in Ghana it becomes a curse on you and it is happening. Nancy miti ya last almost say chairman asen akobo mpa ye bio ogbo mpa ye first de bo abro ye dua Ghana sofo nko a na ebegina wa me buru dua me domeo the only time we Ghana sofo shira 5,000 fo nyina ha na 3,000 fo nyina ha na kwasia no suti kondo within the 5,000 ni above 5,000 for no dimirika okotua 5,000 am obi papa nkwan mu apende the only time we Ghana so for shira ene say yeyi bi ma woto abodo na nyame bema wo munyina kese mkwansi na donso ene onshira wo na so for din kwasi asem ni free said the Bible no can say just like iron sharpeneth iron, so does the countenance of a man sharpeneth the countenance of his fellow man. Stupidly certain men of God don't know this. And when to a dim kwasi asem na wako ka no akoto eja you frito aya funti no akofa frito. Me domain I curse you, bind and loose, and I curse you. Or then I curse you, sir. Kwasia or cabrofo, I want to brofo. Curse the idea to me can cause the dibone, a quasian puff one who's been padano, no, or my lifestyle, no. But I feel way the mutubechi. Mutie, I feel way, mutue bie, I feel mutua pie, yatue bie, I saw for mutua pie. Hey, me say I feel way, me say so for be a ube Jimmy. So fu bi abese da kwose Bible na chi dia begu nyame animu ase ne wo. Oh, la ila aila lao. 18 mu have do. So-called men of God. 18 mu have the rough. Yeah. A man of God must have patience. You so you be a patience. But so to me now, a man of God must follow order. Adentia. God is order. Unyame onye saka nyame. Oye orderly God. Nti nyame bebi a saka wono. Nyame oni ho. Uti dey make. Bebi a saka wono. Nyame ne honhom enni ho. Hwe 2016 yekoto aba. Na Sabio Mprediasa said they are sorry be in dying Emma politicians no more bemuno. It happened, say Usu Bempa also got connected to the MPP and then he became a familiar face and whatsoever. Mumiso Usu Bempa. So MPP ni meboa. Constituency be not to. When was the last time Usu Bempa could dina adaka mutu abadema any political party? Ombe country. Say Jimmy and Yen so be o. Muti dia yeke. Ye ni abre this time around pa. Muti. Asofo no. Hi. Emfa o. Asofo no sa mu dede na mo ye fa ba wo mi am chese mo pese chese ai chese baby a mo pese mo de ba wo mi ekofra na ai. Me se mo nko se partition na chi afiwe. Monko separation nechi. Because in fact, this time around it will not work. Enfo. Mo said that crafty message. Edit that mo church members. This time emfa. Emfa baako say. Mon come chipa apetu pre ayeye asofo eprema afu asofo amopom ho ayeye mon come chi ba omi an mo mani mbirifu mo ma ba omi ahome ohome mo ma ba omi ahome mon come chi ayase muje ba ya mon come chi cause emfa hi emfa to say the amoka no because MPP any owusu wo bempa and sign a contract bi asa ye ba mu a ukunipa ye nya o manenko na na do no one sign this contract no ba wo say according to wo no osofo bia asabio owo Ghana o ye MPP no obo mpa ye ma MPP no omo mpa ye nka na ye wo nko a owusu bempa e na mpa ebo eka yate owusu bempa yate na de enwan say enkrofo person mu di president pa on electric boogie onam ho because for the past 2 elections no CPP for to mean the third you they be omo call for fifth last e ka ketu bi nanka ayi ye kuom ayi sabi ekwadon ko nyame fa ne currency what is also been waiting for okay. If that man is any serious person, DJ, say, or a serious person, and we in any Eddie free by now, idea ba could be because they are not noticing. God is gradually exposing all this fake charge and payment of God. Ede na bedu kobi anka. Anfa MPP. Ibisa. Moka bedu kobi. Ede na Emmanuel bedu kobi anka anfa nanado ho. Ene the all powerful bedu kobi a otumi ka shy na ayi ace ni na atumi dwane kono. Oda baby 1-9. The all-knowing Bedu Kobi a Sabio cars akesiye dia ono to me can or cars 40 or den and no Bedu Kobi airpo. Unim di entia cause all didi no ni vre free so obedi dia wie na aduane a odi ye no ebe ferment won yam enu nti so di aduane bone a na so won aduane bone a esunsun so obeba me kan sansem we wa 1 year krama me say me Felix won me say me jai nyomo to me jai politics ni bibia e bia me kwa akoye yi say be shake ana limam because sister Diana no ha asem we me kan ye Beltrina hwan na so me no ha me kan say by the close of 2026 ekowura 2027 mu no osofo bia ode bonne no etai na koma ho preaching sebe nkwase preaching kire ne nkrofo say yenkoto abentia MPP aban ede nanado fa yawo mu de bawomia ne gere fa yawo mu no wo ma wieye enye fe me kan no mo dwen sa agro na medi omo wa ha me see videos na deda ho dia me kan ye no me kan bi wo Ghana ye to abawie ye me kan wo Ghana me ba Canada me be kan ye ene koso na wo dwen se na nado ba ya wo be ma awisie nyanka esu nya ebie ese ebie na nado ba ya wo be fa sebe woni a won ni bie won papa no won mame no mu ni bie e de won to wo se wo so nyanka na mo de papa we ko chi sabi ya munam side ne poto no na mo dwen se na nado to ano ye na mo dwen se ye kwa ye na Bedu Kobi 1-9 na eno na ma me te se eyi abana we so se dey o su ben pass dey abana we o se dey we de wo no minim sofo asebio mprediasa nyankopon aseda yi ni nsafiri uso a wagu animu ase utu bibi anse sofo wonu a won preaching mo Bible verse bi ada because ade wo de bayie enkabretre na ye na sori enu ntina me ya na ye mwanwa asemi hu some of ye MPP for no moda so di usu bempetre ya na mo ye mwanwa papa nyame ben na wo no nyame ben pa na wo usu bempa no ho ni din kofom o free system no mu enti yenko kenyan na yenka se wo a wo beto aba e de ama MPP no nyankopon no me am ka to so Jimmy no e wo into so many you all power belongs to God meboa na wonye nyame o na utumi make it definite enti se MPP ni bi po nye bone MPP ni bi po any bon except only nyame ntamu ye fine ebinim kra nya ni nyame ntamu ye fine chen wo utu bempa na wo ka kire ne say because say wakoto aba ono have a choice or say or the to me amayen or the ye pa amayen o usu bempa o Bible na we read na we read the Bible ntia but the book na we kura no or say nyankopon kura no nyame kura no onu nyame kura na wo kan obi nkabi or say gina or kan ebe mu no onu say or the ye pa ye den or the ye pa amayen o usu bempa so onu di oye nyame also onu di oye nyame o. And even though say nyankopon no boy yen ototorobo nsu nyame no boy yen no e de ye pa ma yen no ono owusu bempa de on my yen exercise yankasa ye right dia ono owusu bempa ne pe NSS koye adentia oni MPP for ntokwa so for kontokwa bold enough so okon tokwa Jimmy enti oni MPP for on tokwa enti ono ne nkwasi antokwa na nyansa nimu na ono kono se wo wankasa wo pe nyame de ama ono se wo ko exercise anome enka wo oso yesofo Emily, to each his own. Nyankopon boy different. Utie. Very, 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 very different. Then also phobi say ono no obedi aduane a ope. Obeje collection a ope. For the body ope no obeje. Na wo a wo de sa for the body brand na otumi nya bi de top box ase no. Wo de untumi mfa wo pe nya de a ope because ono no ye nyame. Ono awusu bempa no ye nyame. Me de amasem ye keto abi. Awusu bempa the American say since MPP for abeye no me a omundi power bi no the aye can say obi MPP ni na okowa sorry ni bi na all the 5 cedi kura beto offering ma na wo ye wonsa ho ne wani mu atwintwam say kokontwa edi bi to you can't say shoe polish po at the polish on pabo and we fear with me janto me just betum. Don't play with me, also bempa. Sa dear we my catcher we baby ube Jimmy sa and as I boy not to Canada and me man 2 weeks, me 3 year money me king. Don't fool around, also bempa. Oh nin cram your drop would be so shut up. Don't call for what you can't finish. Na Ghana bear for na idiots like you still have people following you. Now, everybody saying you could do her. For those of you that don't know, a baby by you see a free baby social media trend, and to be a person trendy. And a software to link away, and a hook fly. And a okoto in the hands of a grada, no monima grada, mamia grada. And a mamia grada started so on in a year back and forth, back panther. Now, fit here. Please, so unmute the people, please unmute them. Afit here. Also been passing nyame ensa ewo ne so nyame tinimu nanso otena ho ema oba mo na mo siese onfiri nyame tieni yo agrada afiri abosom ofiri bronsam na sofo pani owusu bempa no ono anyansa ni na woni mu no ashdown wetumi ama bronsam ne de nadwena dada ne sesa wo ye be ma abrame yenko na nyankopon akoa anhwe nyankopon nyansa nyankopon nimdiye. What will God do? What would have Jesus wanted you to do? Owusu bempase wo nimni ni na nemu obeso o kire se onu otutuo owo gba esi etutuo nti se girl na de ne dia eni ono so atedobro ba wa fefa fankrofo yenko ne yenko yeden yenko ne yenko kun agrada okokira agrada e bibi ufire we nyame. It's not by might. It's not by power. By the spirit of Owusu Bempa, spirit of Duncan Williams, spirit of wine. Debbie. A Christopher, I'm going to say more Bible now. Obiate Bible, as I say, it's not by might, it's not by power, and I'm a by the spirit of who? Spirit of wine. By the Spirit, says the Lord. Meboa. Nti nyame honhom. Na we Christo ni. It's not an I akasa for ni Jimmy. It's not no mabu omumu uwia osio usu bempa wo tumi chi nyame. Wo da so tena se 8 Bible. Na mama says what could fuck us I yes, you know me the yes ho. It's not by my panel if we need know. Uwe ya osio usu bempa ye powerful than the God you serve. Once why kwase Kristo ni. Once why kwase Kristo ni. So wamanye to me one kasa wama ousu bempe to me say ontia awowo ene ayen nkyere so osi woni a woje awrade die no woye den wo ma won to me say wo meye nyame ma enti say me kwasi apia magye ato me say me ye nyame ba magye yeso ahamase ye di no. That is my ticket. Osi na we enu na be kwa this akonche ne mpai but no ni ma de bia ya na ye me wanwa say ba say ye bind the break here. What do they usually say? Asofo wa hamu ame me bo within or person assembly ye den e free wo ya umuba. That is the one God listens to. And yes of obi or this pray I hear you no quite tash cash tash not just no one on the there be tieni pa on free nyame ousu bempa on free nyame. Because let's talk it. Yeah, sabe ya software kone eya de no moka. Put your head or put your hands on your head. Let's pray. From today, I break. Not software. Can make those pronouncements. Those are the ones that work. Felix Apia. I break every yoke. When the NTR is said that way, because if you woman ever. If you move and neighbor na eno ene nyamitie enye so for lazy ayi bi ono no okodidia na oye ayi kakra nko no hey ya bro akade ebedie ay owie ya ga ebigina kwanche twen no okodi no me kaya pie life those times no na Okogana the apreku the so like the one that was called apreku say we na me na me wo hotel bi of Adama side where na me kwosho we me niama na wo hwa obehu ana urem no na apreku my daughter so di bi urem na ono no otumi si o say boga me say sofo say hey wo de wo temi o me say sofo o wurem na me pie otumi ka se na me bebo obi deliverance wo beba na ye oba na wo Kristo ni a ye the Bible atetew chere me where in the Bible ka say software is the head of your family ka chere me ewe hin quotation be ya epistle and apostle. No, tell me. It is never so. Nyame de sa asem ne ma yen said ye be ya me no mi nu ni na ye betumi ade aboy ye ho ban na obi te so wusu bempa ma me dada o. Ni nyame yetinimu wo he. Onyankopon oni atro utie nti osofo odi atro no onche mesi se bedu kobi no na ne ho eden ima bedu kobi na ne ho eden se no da ho wo ne nan a wo abetu pre wo ne wan owusu bempa na oni mi wiase na nkasa na mehu se One more year, one no more kuku. Bedu ko bi po 1 and 9. Now wo usu bempa ye ku obeti ahwe. Na unsu ho ntia. Unsu ho. Yeah? You see, some of us know we know when God speaks and when God doesn't speak. Yewaha and a popular person we enti. Ukocha tro editu chief imam so. Say chief imam ube we ni nkremofo obi ankoye na yiye na chief imam ube wu wanka. Chief imam ube we ni. Na unim say one thing and say me say they hu omi nuanom nkremofo we ya na eye me ya. It's how they protect their religion. Because the way omu jai yema enkrofo de ba omi a oye Muslimi need the tree from Nebema, me be lose hope in them. Also, ben pass Yankupon say, Chief Imam be woo. I feel by see continue born assume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something. Diana no also. Sadia ube chedjain. Unyame on cassette chedjain you. Also, ben pa. So what the nyame na minimum no yeswa hamasian in a year Juma. Say you're no pan out in a year Juma on cassette chedjain. On Tonenchie. Abudu no make say we bo deal with 2 slaps. Ni my boys no, any father my boys no head or boys no 1 or 2 bills and words no. Oh, and run men didn't them. And run men didn't them into an adam so na me de so nkwasi adaye. And I'm who this and I'm a patcho, chief imam a patcho, and the papa no what now was 110 you said me boy. And so nanka or the who ebe to chief imam e busia so. Nan koma said that friend no any aside ya brabe bo mpa ya chief imam. Said ye beya sale bia no obenya mo obenya nantue ne mmoa awewe kwasia sa no nanum wo taste. Onu awusu bempa no nanum e wo taste. Now let's continue. Emra na wo support owusu bempa nkwasi asem a wo die no. Me de Canada na me wo. Canada say wo twituo at the back camera mu na yehu a your friend Brandich and ye chill. Last so my confirm say we yes ade no so Ghana e crime. Na bisa ho say kroko a wote so say ba bia wote a wo hwa me free and na ba bia wo hwa me free bia kwa aba na me bisa wo say kro a wotim no wo betumi akotwe se kan e de be gina pete mu wo betumi akotwe tuo e de be gina pete mu aka say ai na say so obi ye bibia ube kunu ube yina free ho kire me kroko a betumi aye sa wo so mo amukọ na so do mo kan kire me mo amukọ na bia before we even come to say see ye be baili na ye baili no ye nyandru ho ye beba baili no say wo be jai na so mu nja ye nyandru ye di nkan agina baby a case na nkeze see and me say wherever you are watching me from baby I will show me free we are say afane ni na no me question na wie mi bisa wo and na no pay mi bisa wo ne say krobe mu na wo betumi akotwituo akotwe sekan say sa simesi ya wo be kunu na wutumi ka say wo de wo boys wo de wo boys na so your bar and na wo betre no busumi a yedua mu aburo onipa ko an wo se wukuro mu a wo no kroko an wo so no sa de ni tumi allow no come and tell me. But yes, you also been pension, not the so yes, what kind of stupid religious blindness is that? Religious blindness, Benano. And quite see a religious blindness, Benano. Gap media, okay, I say, because start you also been first time or call, yeah, grad. I'm crying, and you'll be beyond a mecan, you. And you'll be beyond the American, and say, the oh, yeah, no, a unlawful. Utie. They are almost here and then a unlawful. Entino, sabe, mrano, any idea. That is how it is. You see, I then a macocasa. It's a Jamie page sober. Boy, no cramming couldn't pay the deal. Me. I still have that in my inbox and I will always reference to it. Obi threaten me say me bagan will be me because my coca also been passing. Sabe, me to me fee. Now show me. Can you share me? And answer some woman fee. na se obi ebetoa me ho na me de ade boss nipa ko na menye boni o self defense. I can claim self defense cause onipa ko ne ye den onipa ko ne ba me fie emre bia wi ase mre ni na that person can claim self defense. Baby, the person can claim self defense. I want you to note something. Enti se wo wo se nyankopon asra wo ngu nyankopon ne wo kasa. Obi di asem betu anim sofo me se sofo madam fu bi me ne na nya asem ena madam fu bi sofo na mikunu ena sofo say or sofo say twen nyame anim sufre nyame ousu bampa de agrada aka so ousu bampa we akwase pa bra say me akwase ene me bo me ba me ne me boys atututio akata ne akache ye bebubo tio rasta asofo ayeye rambofo robocop for camera show without thinking. Without thinking, said they are all here, and it is being documented. You foolishly, as a so-called man of God, carried your skinny legs like mine. Oh yeah, on now who check, on now who crow check. To say media mediti. As well, on kwasi a nine, and no body ya sabi udi proclaim upon. Edu kwa agrada house agrada yo ba ompie be ma wo so oba mpie na bonituo enye minyame a menim na wo small. The God I know no or yes smart ma bosom because wo say agrada free bosom mebo a na wa ma bosom na da nyame oh mu gu Christopher ya nimu ase o mu say nyame din Christopher sofo ni bi mu say nyame din say wujina we na sabe osofo mua osofo say ge bi so wane ne beko enti sofo asese tio okokon sofo we de obo rambo. God is not a God of chaos. Yeshua HaMashiach onye God of chaos. Now, say Nyankopon went to me and two from a way who say, as a man of God, this is a stupid idea. And Nyankopon ben and first, no, na ye nim wasio Isaac Bempa. Say, who see 30, you be see 100. Me catch us, I will see no. The unimano no. The unimuano. Yensiesie nyinamwa yensiesie nkukọ yensiesie nwan bury because you know say that is something that is spiritually quickly connects when who santi no woni wa bosom no ebre ba mu ano na usie niama these days usie 5 ye be sie 100 so we di me a ye creating o so bempa sa wa bodam a ye ne ya bodam ten na kan no ye mpanifo ni ntina wo fa wo hudi ye no wo so be mpana me ka trew tieni pa. Don't try that nonsense this time. Enye juma you people sat there and mo kanche against MPP mo kanche just say all in the name said all in the name said na wakoma oba awu na asiese wo ye bronsam etumi de ne bronsam ada wo ma wo se wa be ka charge wajimi papa nyame be na aso na sebe ade we kura no sebe nyansa be na ewo mu se obi be ka se oba bi me nyame nipa but oba bi ade me intime so ma twitwutu na woni foolishly they brought the talks no there and then I don't know who advised him but on my interview no so no say or no obetumi ama agrada ayera obi antumi misa no hwe mokai e Christopher ni bi jimie no e ya do so e Christopher ni bi no ye jimie no e ya doso o say obetumi ama agrada ayira. Now so I do remember that video, we played it here. Can the president of the land even say this to any citizen? Catch me say the president can even say this to a citizen, but NDC for ya kwasiampa fuonti. Now they are ne jimie na o jimini fit into their narrative inti eyomode. But the same thing, no, say you done the ba mahama so anka ye big jimie nko a. Nanka ye perceive you ade bi ma na ebu aboye. Yes hwan kwaye bo free. Na wo no system no we free mu no unya ehu ye won. Ozu bempa. System no we free mu no unya ehu. The day now we be try to say Nyankopon say Mahama is the hope was your last chance with God. Me kan okre na akire o. Ebra okoji ska be di adanse krumu because Nyankopon na sem ba ko kan say endi adanse krumu. Don't think say nyamensa wo so enkofre match bi ansa yenom keto ekura no yebegu animu ase. And I will be ye no kura na ye light wo yen ye de nanim wa winim dada e ba se na yen kambo mu sesi ana na yen nyom a wo obepon tem wo be ye nso sa because wo no fa be yi tantan ni bi ahwo ye aba ye ni bi na afa ye nti wo no ye pie kura na wo ntumi mabi. My eyes are on you. Well, this time around no ye be corner all rounds ye be corner all rounds. We are not assigned to betina social media. No ma bon kwase anim no sebe jimie na ewu jimie no ma bon mo so the amount. Nobody fears you. Also bempa. Obi anywhere usuro. Me ba keto e oda ha ekura tumi wo ni mu chen. Cause mo chen ni nsa. Nti osu anyamete. Moja ni nsenti no kamu a nyamete. Now they be Jimmy this time around. Ozu bempa this time around come in full. But I be Jimmy na ye your home sa and I say don't worry come in full. Yeah, do better baby SS ya do to pe. Me de manu si no. Mesen akan ha enra me kan baby. Ebre bi ebetwam me beka kire mo say your current executives here we operate big up your current executives here we media na so men ke ka men ko ade a anka yenjo mu ni na akwan. They like to play politically correct too much. It doesn't help. It does not help. And you know, Samobekaya, in the year 2023, ye MPP primaries, no. Ena Owusu Bempei, etu na no, edisi alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So me kaka mo we no bi abekaye. Men kasa me ye. We no na me dey ending tin ma wa adwene na mra. Otu nani edisi alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so. And on Saturday enkremufo ebe fraye. Say he will never be the flag bearer. Onyame hu Dr. Mobo Emma Dr. Beye flag bearer. Dr. Beye flag bearer we ye no. Ena oye na dwene se sadia or the den or the or time ene bonno ene Dr. Be daily. Eno hunti or starting ye niame pi. Ah nini nana odi tia hwan. Odi tia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Twa track ese a na mfaso ni so edigo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so. Ene I'm still correct and right for what I said then, because it has come to pass. This man, Owusu Bempah Tieniye, told the whole world that Bawumia will never be president. That Bawumia or mayor president. That the Omo Katre no problem. When I win him, the Nyamia Katre Untia, or say Bawumia will not be president. So that is him. Now, yepe asofo akosra omo asoria. Na ye party executives na page Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de na ko wura Owusu Bempah sorry. Mo kan start Sunday no mo say white. Our party's campaign spiritually died that day. This is a man that has vowed, say, wo Bawumia no MPP no. Someone here they am a pay mame, man give me a free handcuff for me idea no. Me make sure say more my power. Me ye or me see nipa, me see whatever I can. Say the be am my power. Idea thing I say address Bawumia. No mo go to ya 50,000, 500 million. I will Owusu Bempah sorry. Ene di ojiyo. Bawumia na oye no me no. Ye de Bawumia sika no me sika ba ye de. Kwasia Bempah je. Oje. Me kai se Sister Lily wa ha nka me nka sambre me betina he sunye se ade amo ye no mo na mama papa no kwan na okeka ne nsem a oka no mo na mama papa no kwan e na oye credible because obeken ye benya ye mpanifo party mpanifo ni bia se akwa oh papa who say ade ne na papa oni penso akira wo se ompe wasem enti moda so de Bawumia ko ho no mo de Bawumia ko wa akode de en o can we are not party leadership bu afu because you are exposing their evil agenda against Dr. Bawumia. Asofo bebre wo Ghana no ye nyo bia sorry dem anko se Philadelphia adenti party directions. Oko those are sorry na me patcho eyewa lie. Why made the enya me eyewa lie, but I'm just speaking it as I see it. Second round. Bawumia ba beko on Honorable Kennedy Japan. What did Owusu Bempah come to say again? Again, Bawumia will not win. He was so bold to say Kennedy will win. He actually mentioned say Kennedy Japan will win. Now Bawumia will not come nowhere. And then Yankopon Sanka said, "Bio say Owusu Bempah won ye mi nyame nya dia wo be ka na ye dia mi nyame me ka na ye ho." And we say Bawumia e win. Bawumia win wie ye. Tiu. Bawumia win ye wie. Na ye koda ye Nyankopon ase. Ya konkremufo de kama. Ye kwa asorefo de a. Na ye nya ye general secretary. Current general amedi amodi nya to mo mabume. Mo pekura party mo pam mu. Say mo so no na be win nti on win na on pam mu free party mu. I'm okay with it. But I will tell him the truth any day. Na ye general secretary afa pen ni paper. MPP letterhead that's so. Actual letter A invited the same person who doesn't believe in Bawumia, the same person who is cursing Bawumia, the same person who says Bawumia will not succeed. Owusu Bempah no se Bawumia nimbeguase, ne yire nimbeguase, MPP bet no position 1,000 years no. Na ya tron letter say Bawumia ko Thanksgiving no. Sa bronsam no may special guest. Why wouldn't he talk big? Unim dia ya. Ye tron letter no krano. When to me on now. And osma kromfo Charles Owusu. Lord Charles Owusu. Obama MPP for a bad name because of Sir John. Akwa wenti ebema NDC for say and I say John the Altimata Forest amano Sir John the way amano Emma Yedim be ye tan getting closer to an election. Obi a was say MPP mo ma ben mu bio MPP ma wie ye ni mesie mo me twitwa moa me they are buried the spirit of MPP for ko sebe yes e free bibi Thanksgiving service here. Yes, say ya trunsa e dia frɛ or of penning a distinguished and they added the name distinguished. Usu empire distinguished. Because a grassroots na mo pese mu kunya kuma keke. Party man na mo pese mo se yakuma efri yeyem. Obi osu onu nya wo be sie wo no. O to party ano afre na ba so no na emra me serve aduane. So Owusu say Dr. Bawumia eye kremoni nti. Dr. Bawumia ye kremoni nti wono okoto aba editia MPP. Obi a MPP na build o. Ungrateful bunch. MPP na build o. Okoto aba editia MPP. Inti na me Owusu bempa asem we kan obi a ofelet na I don't want to even comment about it. Because ube jina ho, ube boja. Adi ebe china general secretary no so nkro for and Tumani White. Ejina na sorry them. Oh, politics is a game of numbers, Intino. Politics is not a game of numbers. Please, let us stop that illusion. Politics is the game of qualitative numbers. Reliable and dependable numbers. If politics was just a game about numbers, then Bawumia shouldn't lose 2024. And here Bawumia call ya Wanyama. But constituency ba kwa Bawumia call ya Wanyama. Enipe bufa so. Ebi kure nya baby nyina. Se Samira kure pi ukra net saying. Samira so no kure pi net saying. Nipa na epuba. We could have won then. Why didn't we win? Leadership needs to rise. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. The man has told you he doesn't believe in Dr. Bawumia, on Bawumia. Leadership, say when your man sorry be na more quiet, leave Bawumia out. Now, this time around, they pa Dr. Bema ya dada no. Dr. Bema ya dada no. Edine ko jina sa Owusu bempa na sorry dem pa no. So life. Mary coming back call me next so but me who said people have already joined. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this. I wanted to talk about Malik Basenteli Kakrebi. So mobile penemia, mama me just let's say about 8 minutes na me find rundown na fe. The rest of you can also chip in it. Yeah. All right. So let's go. Me patro obaso ana we me to I. Obaso ana we me ti. Esremo obaso ana me ti na etumi ato aso. Okay, yanko. And then 3 days me wo ho na we there madam for NDC ni bi na e de say na we all can want some actually me say bro Charlie our people there that be why you dey insult us no I'm so then you say oh Charlie the way our people they do there right now there now I'm say then and also you I dey send you some video now I'm see you until I send me a video link na me Basanteli no who ya me here no say me who no cry wo so say internet me I don't even click to see what story is around him. And I'm in so target mimia so ana abrantie we etumi agina a whole time says I know for an 10 says I'm we end this for the time and 10 omo university for a time and I think those of you who know the actual pronunciation. Young fan say one more the Oma school. Hey no yo mate. Inti ojina 10 for enim. Oni omo ye den e kasa. Good. All right. Omo university onti anye hwe kura no nyansa bi e wo den e wo mutrim. Hello apia me chia. Meboa. Na yetumi agina NDC university students enim aka kire omo say NDC is the only political party in the world that has delivered its manifesto promise in the first year. All of its youth manifesto promise. Now, where the time for the idea, 10 for no idea, because okay, we just will be judged. So, boy. Many brabia and this for no. One say MPP for year about 2016 na more numbers in Tino. Na ya dwene say some more numbers no and ya debeko 2020. On say 2020 as what say a year NDC for dwene say people just voted for them because some Pedro Mahama asem no. In some be promises be a okay kan near maybe a boss be I would say they are looking forward to it. Into where you are no can tell for you from let me see you say logically. Mama yanya adwene ho adwuma kakra. Why do you think any political actor will be bold enough to stand in front of educated or read men or people who are read and say a manifesto has been accomplished? There is no single manifesto since the inception of this world and politics. Yebeka say, or ye ne manifesto promises ni nada. It is never true. You know why? Because some of the manifesto promises are even written at the back of what? 10 years' time. 20 years' time. But he was bold enough to say because of this, Kai said these were the same people. Omoka say yeba mamu abubo ya ni amamu politan kesim ni ashemo Wellington boot. So they are thinking they are in campaign mood again. But I'm telling you, a free say, Ebra no pay 5,000 men, no 5,000 men by ya almost train a duma. And I was saying, could say their manifesto has been fulfilled. Jesus Christ, how do you say this to any reasonable society for anybody to clap for you? Edu baby, I say, John made in Jeffrey John Mahama ubi a creme miano. Yet in Jeffrey John Mahama ubi a miano. Maybe I born quick. Now, matre adie tu bi keke. Now, fe ye be and they be na papa no be so to me, baby. Don't worry.
We were firm and we had an aim. And I can tell you today that the NDC is virtually the first political party to have fulfilled our entire youth manifesto in 1 year. Everything we promised in there, we have done it. And so I bring you good news from President Mahama. I bring you good news from President Mahama. He says we are going to go back to the drawing board, and for the first time, we will put together a second manifesto.
Now my education comes inside. Let me break this speech down. One of my excellent works is how to break speeches down. Now, Malik Basanteli said,
and we had an aim. And I can tell you today that the NDC is virtually the first political party to have fulfilled our entire youth manifesto in 1 year.
I feel here. Getting to the end, no, into your say, manifesto na ya papa omaye nina no. Almost say I go back to the drawing board. President Mahama say, almost go back to the drawing board. No money day, no money second manifesto. Please, the rules around manifesto. Do we write manifesto twice? The patron manifesto, we the baby idea. Where there 2 years I don't think no see you. A book I'm a chromu manasa. It may say I manifesto for. The reason is the people that joined that party any mindset, junior do mutrimono, emre, nyansa papa, eni trim. Manifesto na ye papa pano. John Mahama say, sanko drawing board no so. Utie. Sanko drawing board no so. Na trust second manifesto for the youth. Party be launching a manifesto. In the manifesto, they are obey the youth or they are obey the whole nation or they are obey everything is in our manifesto. This is the first time I end this one manifesto bomb my pampa soka. And Tiomu decided said they will release three. As a matter of fact, they released 3 different manifestos. They launched 3 different manifestos. Now, Basanteli, according to him, they have fulfilled all the youth stuff they said they would do. Me patron, me no become bit by bit. For those of you who are on YouTube, I'm sharing the screen with you so you can see what the NDC said. Me patron, 2024 Youth Manifesto. Youth in creative arts. Mama will say, Mama, my idea. What are they doing? Or say, provide a sustainable financing mechanism to drive the development of startups in the creative arts space. Tienye. Omo be provided financing. Said the ebeya mo into arts, creative art space. Matumi aye den, matumi aye show. Me pacho obi kantre Malik Basenteli say. Enyo obi ana ye kwase say NDC mabunu enti ontie ha. Now, ebra na na do ho no. Creative arts ne be more viable to the point say artists bia every December now they were doing their own shows. Meboa. As far as me case meboa mo kan jam say meboa. Rapaholic, Efia, we hear the show, Bernard Boy, your friend is saying, Kevin Boy, Obia, to me in the show. They got sponsorship to do their shows under Nanado. John Mahama Bayi, ye kodi 2 bronya. First bronya ye di year 2025. All the A-list artists are no one kasa na now time when mutumi host to a show no. I went to me host to show this time around. But or say or back now all the financing mechanism are back. Obia or person or yeah juma in the creative art space no. Obet me enya de aye. Ebio ene Mumma Malik Basen telling Tia say Omo read 2 budget statements. Omo read 2 media budget. On trying which line item the creative art fund ewo. So Omo can say, Yamfa says we enko creative art fumu. Mon famra ewo he line ben 2025 and 2026 you know budget ne ewo. Me the one kasa mo de na kasa o creative art for. Yes say ye de sika bi be shem na matumi aye mu shows. And now better they say 2025 shows to kura matumi anye den matumi anye dum so grant matumi anye shows. Now me pese me bi se bio NDC ni a ho me. Come and tell us how much has been sent to the creative arts industry since you took over as the leaders of this country. I know you one. B or say develop the capacity of our young creatives and facilitate technical and logical support, such as state-of-the-art booths, film studios, recording studios, creative art hubs to produce creative content. Okay, so Sam Tuga, let me also open your eyes on this. Yes, the government supported most of these artists, especially venues and stuff. Places where not a year place a year on mine properties or show or so. Most of them was given. When you ask these artists themselves, they were able to get what they were able to get branding. The ultimate thing to say, because that system economy, people were able to push money into it. Because say you're running economy to some place, things were able to what people were able to invest into it. And there were several shows, yes, directly Tourism Ghana as support to them. And I would actually play a video for you just to answer this. But let me break their back down first. Then I can play you that video to show you. Ebio, or say state-of-the-art film booths. As we speak now, can any NDC person tell me where they have built the first film studio? And then kraba almost yes, about BB. MPP abina na enye papa no. We started the first creative art school. Ewo kwada su Kumasi. Nti me se me de bia na se me hu se kwada so ana se me hu se Kumasi ni bi ejina ho se oye NDC ni ame ya na eye me wanwa pa. Ena mesiesi edunu musu. Ye the 24-hour economy abeda da omo. So omo be strippers. Okoyi sabe the nufu tabraba ne de egu honti no wasim sabe don ma ha membra. And no mo kem. Studios I say ya debe record me patcho NDC for ye go 2 years ni mon kire ye ba ko a matumi aye even on a Ghanaian property. Where are the creative hubs are? Dr. Like no be ko ho e de ko twitwa almost short skirts ni ade na mo kan ye no. But Basenteli say they have fulfilled or unim de etia because unim say NDC for youth no ma dwene nye adwuma. Job can be on beje. Ebio or say institute a creative art. That's the one I love. Institute a creative art fund to provide sustainable financial support for startups and for ailing large, medium, and small creative enterprises. Have you tried here? Samoba kaya Dr. Baumia manifesto no. Or can san kaya creative art funds because say creative art school ninti. Na ebe tumi abeboa. I'm a creative for sebi omo ska ebi opeso okoto equipment odi twa ne videos ye be ma creative fans na and dem mo yembisa and this for the we are the question of manifesto mo no. Can they tell us which bank is holding these funds or which account these funds can be found in? Nowhere to be found. Idris Elba Bagana ye baba ye den ye be film studios. Messi edu se oni ni kunu galam se ni be ye bi ntino omo dada Kumasi fo no actors no na omo cheche omo na ase mamu mpene na de nkofo we no free baby be tre ye de Messi edu di nufu kakraka de ye nkwase ade sama de no estole ye. But Basenteli say oma for failing. 24-hour economy ye malamisi be jina ho. If anybody say they don't understand, then those people, they don't know. It is 1, 3, 3. Same job, 3 people, 3 shifts. And then, a bit do ya na ye baby sa 3 shifts na you see a beye kako market, 24-hour market. Into your university na one migrate to come and kesim. Na wakoton keko because ene Gambia for the keko ba keko na beja ntiko university we na beton keko. They abandoned the whole 133 Basenteli because when him say this for enkwala adwene wo for mutino we beji now say they have implemented and done all their youth manifestos. Implement a job for you program to create sustainable and well-paying jobs. As we speak, per statistics, and yeah, Basenteli the Oka. Per tax Ghana, almost the unemployment rate, a cold woof. The youth unemployment rate is even worse. So, job for you now, I'm how can your own statistics ever tell you, say, a Jumani be now what you want about Basenteli Catro say he has fulfilled all their promises. Who's win your Juma commodore? The away you could put into out. Nyansending. Develop and implement a program to support graduates of tertiary institutions, and it never happened. Yeah, near the NEIP by could go for some cancer, could feel for some cancer. Sorry. Near de bois say, I'm like some back you start and no crana NDC for say enya the papa. And so when buy ye madam for Rikej, so on and quote now as CEO on your coupon show. And no soon to me, create more jobs for young people through Green Ghana jobs. And I'm fat, and also I'm fat. So I don't know where it's a whole lot of them. People are also waiting. Into me, person must say time to be. But mama mimbo video we na muntie ye tie we are na makome panelist. So okay. Ose MPP government then
listen, whoever is listening should look at it through the political lenses. I remember I drew the attention of one of the execs that every time they talk about this entertainment industry, they try to trivialize stand-up. The minute I mentioned it to him, he drew the attention of the GTA boss, then Mr. Osiajima. And every time there is a comedy show, they will call you and ask you, what can the GTA do to support your
comedian? We say Ebra na do no wo no se omo akropo ye se omo koye omo personal show kra na Ghana Tourism Authority afro say what can we do to support your show enya me na make am we your NDC ni pure and oka what can we do to support into the obejira no obi say did government support them for their own shows no yes and the evidence is here. Many abe my sign can be also then
regime, the government. I'm not here to do partisan thing. Whoever is listening should look at it through the political lenses. I remember I drew the attention of one of the execs that every time they talk about this entertainment industry, they try to trivialize stand-up. The minute I mentioned it to him, he drew the attention of the GTA boss, then Mr. Osiajima. And every time there is a comedy show, they will call you and ask you, what can the GTA do to support your show? Whether in kind or anyhow, they will try and come through for you. It is true the last regime that we had, Obi and I had a chance to travel to the US to be part of the Ghana.
It was under Nanado and a comedian for a young for you know. You two member part of a comedy festivity.
Week in DC, meaning now they were looking at our direction, but we even needed more. But this current government, like we don't even exist in their books. Last year, I invited 2 South African comedians to come to Ghana to do my show, and I went to see the ambassador of South Africa, the acting one. And he was like, how can I help you? And this is coming from somebody, he shouldn't even do it for me. And he was ready to assist me with everything he needs to do to make the show a success. I got a call from somebody from Black Star Experience. And
or say, or no, say, or for South Africa for the Oma Baby issue, comedians, the Oma Baby issue. Or called the acting South African your embassy and the man on your gun and Nikrano. He was so happy. Say Obebua gun and say or this South Africans bedding ebeba na omaba be ye comedy in the boom. Or say oh wha tin you or wha maybe watch it or wha and I see a Freddy be Black Star Experience. I be Santana no Jimmy no muko Jimmy no. KO didn't kwasi asem no mudi kodi scan and no makwateta omuntu inform any camera mu. Do you see them lately? Last I Beverly when I'm fan currency Beverly a years now to church shed be an assistant am say na master te bonko krai. KOD Abeku Santana say na master te bonko krai. Mo be di ade mo be ye officers just for less than a year no master te bonko krai. Ma say say enye easy. Almost friend na. Almost say, oh, NESS idea to black side experience no. Anya adi omo this girl be say mo. Na mom onipa no a ono say garden and crop for every South Africa aba no. Omo send omo footage. Into pictures no ono akoye no. Ono aye ni show no ono aboka no. Onfa pictures na ma black star experience for no move Google or say Ghana is booming. Make kind of government no edolenim. Finish.
He was like, hey, we are trying to partner with the South African government on merging the tourism, and we've seen you are bringing two South Africans from. So, you know what? Can you share some of the footage so we add it to our proposal?
Obi enkoye ni show. Na yen chucha pictures and nkoma mahama buy no fankoje fans keke. That's what they told this comedian to do. They are not ashamed. These NDC people are not ashamed. They still have mouth to talk.
And I said, cool, but I want to understand how would that affect my industry and myself because I am initiating it myself. That was the last call. After the call dropped, and I even called somebody to reach out to Mr. Rex Omar. It was a three-way call. He said we will hear from him, and that was it.
Our friend Rex Omar catch and say metal onka. And one thing in Kebu. But this was the government that promised say creative art for the on for moon si form. Medemanon sembisia yemfa time kakrana akano. Enfanje contribution. You can comment on anything that you want to comment about. We spoke about Usu Bempa, we spoke about the Basentelli and the Youth Manifesto Bruha and Tune the Appeal to me deba. This time I'm Pacho, obey my confess, Anna.
Time I confess.
Pacho, you want to
I mean, share with your phone, you know.
Biajo so.
I hope so. Be here.
Pacho, I.
First issue is something that I done for me. Something catch him something in the building now. Now what we have a page so account. I'm not pursue them. My say response in there.
Okay. Can you call question?
Friday. They say when we are official petition taker or Jubilee House.
Wow.
Yeah, no problem. And let's check. And not explaining me. I make a choice that we are tier government official. And the next day, we maybe the one this is Jubilee House. One hour, try spell our bag in the Ukra. Try to say, now this speed up in the bag. But you can prove now this speed. I asked him, what's up, Grandma? Yes, I'm from now. Was I'm a brand in the room. And do see yet I will Jubilee House. And who a general secretary of a political party like the CPP? This is how low you have brought yourself. And yeah, madam,
easily. Cry.
You are everything to the government. You are totally useless. You must probably be at the state of government now. When I was here, we are government official. When I was senior government official, I say, senior government official, you are sure. Ebina Mabuche, Ebina he, President Simin Kohano, yeah, what I said, Mama said, senior boy, won't she yet? When she yet? And I want to be the house. How did you go for back? It is a why you the petition. I want to do the petition war. Jubilee House. Yati, a baby. Now, if you are back, you are quantity as I made a petition in the Babylon. And you are shall nothing waken.
Oh, but they say, what are we? Obey you know, obey petition. No. Yes. Sapa
You
pepe.
forced to make use of it.
Yeah.
I think the 8 years. When Jimmy said me, who be that? That just why Jimmy struggling to be it.
Yes, yes. Ah.
When we have that question nothing way. What shall I say? I said no the number. Well done.
Anne. I don't know. Uh-huh. Of course. Hey.
It's exactly 10 years. For 7 days, it's a strong letter. And you may be actually there.
Ah, yeah, bye. Anne.
Response.
Sapa pepe. We will go into your life, into your history. Young politicians, young politicians, Sapa pepe.
in your family,
Ah, pepe. Simple. I like that. Papa. Serious one. Simple. Simple, cry. Simple. Precisely. I'm the Ghana issues here. Okay, big man Lona, let's go. Today it's a bit, so I'll give you 8 minutes, okay? So you can do whatever you want to do within the 8 minutes, but after you give somebody a chance to. All right, Lona, let's hear you.
Boss.
Yes, sir.
In fact, let me get the opportunity from you to recognize all individuals that are on the show at the moment, and also appreciate their efforts. I think it's a usual effort of them to always appear on your show. So there's a need. We appreciate them. I think my political godmother has just finished her submission. Just that because of her rounds this time round, getting her is very difficult. In fact, I've listened to the topical issues. In fact, it's very surprising to hear a political joker, or let me put it this way, it's not surprising to hear a political joker like Malik Basentelli, and it's usual of him to always try to make his way out in doing propaganda and playing with the minds of Ghanaians. It's highly impossible. We've never seen it in the history of politics, where a government in power will be able to deliver their campaign promises. Well, manifesto is just a document that talks about the policies or the intended purpose of the party when they get the opportunity, what exactly they will serve. Very surprising to hear that. A lot was said because the NDC was desperate to have power. And today, the revelations are now coming up.
Yep.
Reality is beginning to expose the NDC.
Exactly.
So it's very surprising to hear them say they have delivered their campaign promises or their manifesto within less than 2 years, not even 2 years.
No.
2 years.
Yep.
The automatic postings they were promising graduate nurses and graduate teachers, where is it? What is the direction of the 24-hour economy? And what is the fate of it at the moment? Even initially, as a major campaign policy or promise, they were even finding it difficult to even explain the provision of the 24-hour economy as it stands today. The 24-hour economy policy was just an empty and work policy, which, when you listen to most individuals from the NDC, they give different explanations in highlighting the provision of the 24-hour economy.
Yeah.
Today, the policy lacks direction. The policy, we don't even know the fate of the policy. The Women Bank, as part of their campaign national anthem, where is it? These are the deficits that we are highlighting in the submission or the talks of Basintelli.
Yep.
Where is the women bank they talked about? Even as part of their budgetary allocations, budget was being allocated for the Women Bank. Where is it? Reviving collapsed banks, as said earlier by John Dramani Mama. Where is it? How many banks have been revived? The free sanitary pad policy they were talking about, which their budgetary allocation indicated that 292 million Ghana cedis was meant for free sanitary pad policy. What is the fate of it? These are just few differences that we are just highlighting. So we are surprised to hear somebody who was so outspoken in the face of election 2024, and today you are benefiting and enjoying a lot of incentives and privileges under YEA as a CEO, which was the effort of the what? The MPP. If not for the fact that MPP will always have brainy people that can initiate policy, lucrative policies that aims at what? Easing the burden on the living standard of Ghana. Then today you wouldn't have even had the opportunity to become a CEO.
At all.
You see the funny part? Your governance, you have been designated and appointed as a CEO under a particular agency, which was out of the universal ideas, that is a social policy that was brought to this country by the MPP. But today you are enjoying. Today you have a fleet of cars and you are doing 419. Even people you promise, Zoom Lion people you promise to take them to the advanced world, diaspora to do what and what, a whole lot of propaganda. Where is it? They should tell us. You promise Ghanaians jobs. You promise Ghanaians better condition of living. Where is it? So we are surprised to hear, but this men of God, Boss Felix, I don't want to talk about them.
Yeah.
We have some kind of fabricated and disguised men of God.
Mm-hmm.
You see, there was a time I was in the college. There was a particular lecturer that told us in a lecture session that there will come a time in life, particularly in Ghana,
Mm-hmm.
when people will end their livelihood through the use of God, the use of the name of God, or how do I put it?
Mm-hmm.
Through the use of churches,
Mm-hmm.
through the use of mosques, that people that owns mosques eventually becomes rich,
Mm-hmm.
and people that owns churches automatically become billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, these are the fabricated men of God or disguised men of God who cannot even give correct prophecies.
Mm-hmm.
Because religion is a separate institution and should not be integrated to politics. So when you see a man of God who is not anointed and who doesn't know anything about God and don't even have a direction in his faith, you see him coming to say a whole lot of rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
The man of God, the so-called man of God, doesn't know what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You are doing the work of God. Now you are trying to disguise yourself in the name of politics. Just because you are speaking in favor of a political party and getting a potential return to that, you always come to mess up with people with faith.
Mm-hmm.
When in actual fact, at the moment, there's no single individual in this country who has not run out of faith
Mm-hmm.
because of what is happening in the country.
Mm-hmm.
You, as a man of God, you have eventually run out of faith, and you are out demonstrating your Lord's direction or something. Well, I'm surprised. Why his church is meant for NDC or what?
I don't even know.
So when we see, you see what we are telling them.
Mm-hmm.
You see, you promise Ghanaians that you are going to deliver a better and a progressive economy.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the state of the economy? Because
yeah.
the NDC, out of desperation, were talking as if they were the better managers of the economy.
Mm-hmm.
Today we are asking them, you have spent so much, over $12.5 billion in stabilizing inflation from 23% to 4-something% we have today. So is that the better economies you promise? The progressive economies you promise?
Mm-hmm.
You see, sometimes most people, when we talk of economic parameters and economic indicators, the NDC, I don't know the kind of economists they have in their midst. I just don't know. They think measuring the progress of economy dwells on the usual macroeconomic indicator. I'm a student of economics, and I understand the economy even far better than the NDC.
Mm-hmm.
Far better than the NDC. A single-digit inflation where jobs cannot be created under the economy. And you see, in measuring the progress of the economy, not just inflation, but other several economic indicators or parameters add up.
Yes.
We talk about the human resource in the country, the ability of the government to create jobs or to give jobs to Ghanaians add up to the progressive measure of the economy.
Thank you.
Today, you have artificial stabilized single-digit inflation. For that reason, in line with the contractional monetary policy used by the Central Bank of Ghana to extort all the monies that were supposed to be in circulation, serving as a liquidity to the economy. At the moment, Ghana, there's no money. The economy is so dry that the government has deliberately used the contractional money to lift all monies.
Yeah.
You see businessmen and women crying. People that don't even have access to money again. So you see, they can't give jobs.
All right.
The automatic postings they promise,
It didn't work.
both teachers and nurses,
Mm-hmm.
they can't do that because if they do that, it will go against their inflation.
All right.
But we were having a double. You see, let me put this on record. Let me land.
Yeah.
You see, you always hear them singing cheap praises about John Dramani Mahama governor. You see, if not out of toxic political culture, you see, NDC, most people in the NDC always resort to politics of pretense. They know things are not right, but they keep defending it forcefully. What is happening? What is happening? Meanwhile, let's not go far. Let me laugh. Nana Gentua, in the face of diplomacy, you were not qualified to stand before the mass crowd that came out to register their displeasure, looking at the level of democracy that is being operated under your governance. Diplomatic people parading. How can you stand before you as who? In your capacity as who? You went there out of your bitterness and your usual frustration. You went there, you sat on platform, you were demonstrating your level of ignorance, saying that you are a daughter of a lawyer. Is that a law court? So if you are a daughter of a lawyer, because the government doesn't really care and knows what exactly they are doing, that's why they intentionally sent you as an errand woman to come to step in for the government. So it's very pathetic.
All right.
It's very pathetic.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lona, for your insightful and educative submission all the time. Akosia Prime.
Yes, for sure. Good evening. The chair will be out.
Obiajo so mama yanko.
Yeah, that's an Jumadia de piano or the brain. Kakra mekane say. I quite remember now. Me follow power of Facebook and Sassem or Usubem passing me. Okay, Emma, no. To be honest with you, yes, because Naki in Senka that time no camera be juma so. But Emrana nye juma no a ye mi ja papa. Because na ye nim kene Sassem was over kaya Facebook me follow power kaya. Senkamrani ye juma that time na. I don't think Senka and then go one no a go besaka de walk.
Thank you.
And for now, no, acquire the bit to say, I say, yes, ya no matter in sum no we no matter in sum was any soon concern who was on any soon con. Sisian who ye no, dear what ye no, back to back. Say ya shin ye or who bempa or your trait, but ye can't train it say, Sisian ye you na ya banya brepa. Say NPP, I don't know, say NPP natural when a Bible moody, I can't even tell. Because of course, sorry, a NPP no the preachy for now.
Yep.
The praises a NPP. The worship a NPP. Enough is enough. Yeah, Breno. And you're paying for so like my ancestry from too much. Because who support the woman? I did bet you know Musu sorry there. A very, very sad. Mama NPP, any Mumbenyam. Say, you also bempa. Nipane Guna, so I don't think say, or Mubetia to a by Winnie. I don't think say, Nipe go, your papa also bempa, sorry, honor. Dear enough say, or Munquabit me to a by president. And I saw a papa.
Yeah, senior.
I'm an MPP about power. And to see a baby, you may be my MPP about power. And when he has said, they be an most what no Usubem.
Sorry, me were live here. You see, I'm process here. Process here.
Say, hi, you. No, be a panacho. No, yes, any a panacho, no, ye a panacho. MPP, you na your work from one. MYA. Because you didn't himself so, person black power. A year Jumadena many papa power.
Yeah.
So I bought from free store mamma to about a yay nipaya, any the quack to
correct.
Also, I'm painting now, sorry, them ain't you president money.
Debbie.
One my who say, Doctor Bawmia, the on penasam
cry.
Nipay one my who, yes, or dear, see you,
baby.
I don't know where you need your train. Yes, so the piano against say, you're a panacho, and I guess so, said, dear, me, I mean, see. Let the piano, dear, no same question. Let the gas will near your mom, who near your mom. It's like yet me, Jenny. Me friend. Okay. And you find some man sorry and find Mahmoud Bawmian cold so sorry. A Musubem pass sorry, them, Bibi Bayana. And say, coming, come, it has the idea. Median come and say, and then for no sorry, I'm going to saw them, Munjai. NPP for so I'm sorry, I'm not saw them. No, I can't say I'm for them, most open, quiet, then what for you. Aye. It's we NPP, you know, Quacotana, sorry, day. And I was preaching to what I'm so your NPP in us or to a back, MPP over Castle. No, what about Winsome? No, what's up on Winsome?
GH go say,
yes, we NPP, not on our fair bones, and papa. We are no sorry, I'm a Bible show more too. No, what's quiet do no coffee. Then, hey, yeah, mamma, no, yeah, papa, no, I'm cool, Subem pass already. Enti so ka bibi se na ko ye MPP ni na wo gye ya sori ne kwa na wo nko bi ma. Nka next time no ka se obehwe yie because ye do so pa. When say na be ye ne se MPP ko. Enti na say ye sheki ye ho kakra wo road so ne ye mo hye no. Ohun say crime. Die denya MPP ba power.
You face it. You face it, of course.
Yes. Enti osro sa crime na da hon enwu yo. Enti osro. Enti ne pro ye ne yesoma a wo se ko fa ense kan ne ntu ko ba be sie fi yo. MPP fo ansoma wo. MPP fo mo wati ko. MPP fo kan kira wo se ko yesi. Na ko akwa ye na se emra ni wadi a. That time was your papa dam parin ko mamra ni din na ko dem sen kada your papa was ban ko dem a ko kasa ko be very careful. But because of say ye ni say we suffer ah ye jani munti mo kwanye odi MPP for faso. It's we ye lesson e de ma ye mpanyin for na mo soro no. Big lesson e de ma MPP for na mo soro ho no no. Ye de ye kasa ye nim say endretry. Ye nim but ye kedi se ka be ya so pam na ka mo betie ya so pam a ye sere mo ka ye so sie de kakra na ye de beba no ka mo fa ye ne ye wo fam na ye ti de ye koso ya ye mo sesa mo ko hono ma ye ni ji ana se sometimes na mo gina hono ma ye na de makoma ye me no but na mo dru hono ma wie e ba sa no mo ha ye ti kakra me kan se tie NPP 2028 Yenye Jumadin.
Yes.
And when here for now.
That's
it. Jumadin bet to be MPP about power.
Yeah.
And yes, so for being a shan come MPP. And yes, so for be and then quite sorry. I got to about my MPP. O can say be said that Ben you so be Paco de Lime or to about. Me cry me all kinds of miss me to some of that question. You know that. It's your pussy, I must say. What to about the what to about? Not to a bank. Moya sure say
Otomamu.
Yes.
Otupo de mamu. Otupo de mamu.
You say was an pen den ye. And ye hooty.
Sir.
And see a country say. Sisian waka na ya yedi MPP ya yedi waka ya yedi ya kan ya yedi sisia ya peneno. Enough is enough.
That's right.
Ya breno.
That's right.
Ya breno. When you're not fra.
So
end this no wa.
Uncle.
Only end this the phone deal. No jay. So Henry didn't call for more for the MPP be woman no sorry. Or Henry didn't call for no the MPP be woman no sorry. More yes ye na ho. Or can't send me why I'm brushing tungu.
Yeah.
Because more now ye page has some no more than he didn't
yeah, he gets popular.
Because when he say after ye or no woman say yeah can say Sisi ana say or from pen or can be MPP for better sons because we don't see a dozen.
Yeah.
No way call run with the course or a road so
yeah. I am Shishan or the back count.
Yes, or share that. And you know, I can't say
okay.
Sabi, say, I suffer, so I suffer. Agnes, maybe to me, and I was sharing to me, but the American said, oh, no, to me, you president, my God,
simple.
I don't Mahama wants me be a president. Okay. Yes. So say when you pan who so all time. Mahamud Bawomia. Yes, you so a MPP council.
Yes.
And I ain't seen sorry you.
Debbie.
Now share set 2028 say on pill. So what did you when did you? Me see MPP back power. The MPP back power so on year the way of catch a grad say. Obama grad Iran. On MPP ba main traits no. So obey Irawo, so obey the new on one JJ.
All right.
But on function it say yeah ba.
Okay. That's it.
Me that's
about why are there me that's so say we follow me at check. Musa Hassan yanko. Bra Musa on mute to hone yanko. Mr. Musa, oh, are you there, Musa Al Hassan? Okay, let's go to Archbishop. Archbishop, my uncle.
Yes, good evening.
Evening, bro. Boko Minion as well.
Also, in the first political manifesto, for by youth, 30% of women money. I want to move on, not get all
Debbie.
What is the number for failure? I saw the material. It took us a funeral. The beers. And I would tell what would you know? And I've said, what would you want? Somewhere happy before saying to me, you will be. I was saying, I achieved that I achieved. Manifesto. I was a kassa, a video. Yes, see, my human now, Sacho, that I achieved. Chama would do me no much in an hour. Would the airport was afraid. I see a better word here. And the road was what you not. Chama, one Kazan candidate. But you know what you will come back for 10 years. But you know why. Oh, that Mr. Ferris said the academy. But you know why 9 millions and 9 billion. Would you come for 10 years? And said that.
Yes, Mr. Musa. Mate. Bishop Twato.
Not sure how baby would see that. The Chinese, the Obuso, no problem. Now, what the agenda, the new power, any yamin at the mouth. Elia, what's up, baby? Odia, Obana, Pamu, Jessica. Pamu, what's no Obana, the fight in the worker. Almost a push, and I don't know for Bakuamaka. I didn't get a miss of Spacia. I did for 7,000. Oh, to Bob was some of that. It's problem said, one is okay. It told me 1820 now. Was it so deep for Bishop coming out? My mom decided for the Joseph.
Yeah.
Now, Casawa, and Tamua. And Tamua, you think I'm in a Casafari. I am one. So who's about Mano? And you be out. I don't tell a happy Mamudibo. President, now, Mr. Ferry, think it in the years. See, I don't tell a happy Mamudibo.
Yeah.
I have fat to Mutino, Mutino, and I make this spirit. I know a woman said, one step for the Ayatiwa there, and 12 percent of the side is particular. We get with the food. We have tell you. Naka, if I don't remember that said, yeah, I'm in the president, and I'm doing that. You are more. So I hear some cake. Now, I hear about myself of North. Papa said, we'll be free North. Or some can into that. I'm the president.
And I said, yeah.
BBC article, Bishop. Taking you, what you want to know. What's it over to? Maybe what you want to know. Example, and said, now we are until now, out of 4 days, you are. Take it here on my floor.
Oh,
when you are pretty young, and I had the doors, what does he have? But what's about my chairs? 2 days, wasting them all mine. I did the way you get more mine. One day of Pambo, and a sister. Also, of Pambo, Iron City, said, I don't know why. I didn't see it. Put it to Pambo, Apple. What was see when you one prophet? One was I saw the guy, what was our mom, and even is about. Catch that one. Sir, but what does so much on the guy? I don't be any Sima. I don't know what you mean. What did you want to catch you what sort of say? Oh, what's your one? Now, but we can't drag saying we go for the say. Would it draw call? I got that fee. You're moving video that. One also we can't do. That's what we can't do. That is an amount of one more trade. I ain't dying at about time. And I'm making it. Okay. I saw the other end for Siama. I don't know how person will say. We didn't say 4 years. What do you see? It's idea. Who is our own prayer? When you who came as soon as what.
Yeah.
I also die. So when you need to tell a Hagima Munuba, president of the Republic of Ghana, who to be a wood trade, who to be Siamo, who to be the Foko.
That's it.
What planet no matter say, what number Kuno, and I will maybe say, about you don't play up with a platform.
That's it.
One of them go for me now, must sit over more for that. I'm elected president.
That's it. That's a cement to ra. That's a pan. That's it. Kalina, I say, you know, Ibrahim cement, you know, a good wine. Hey, as I call 115. And I will know, so they say 1,000 or so. I'm a saying. I will 1,000 or so. They say, no more. What do you matter? Matter me any come. I also say what the way now send me into the meeting with you, man. I send you. Why? All right, me that say. I'll be sure. Me that say. Mr. Hassan, Yanko, 5 minutes. Honorable Alasan, unmute yourself. Mention who be you. What's the actual one now? Mr. Alasan, have you gone back again and answered then also? If I bypass you, I'm not coming back to you.
Hello. What do you mean?
I feel you're metonka. And can be UF system no more says here. Yeah, Akusia Prime.
The main can say, Osubempa, Kamibanya, Bonina, Kamume, you will can ask some crame or pay attention, Mume, Yanya Paco, Yanya strong, young building your plans and foundation war. One, I never be our boon. Your friends say, I am the was session or you know, a boom. Inti Kebeya, you don't pay attention to pre.
Okay.
Wow, you concentrate on our district. You're coming
Sir.
One thing is said, who said, we are saying, you can't young Korana, and in the poor catcher say, every 2 million, you won't. So for the pre imam 4 to 4 pre that come not we are saying be a
eba
and no some cheese I do not and never from some what Kofuano we catch you say so one man churches no the pre who come on for something serious na me can as some platform where a serious platform or some political wow omu popo ankofo so omu particular pa na one my pastor biara say prophets no gina no jo uti we as a sukura I just say ya
o jimi no
so be biara no na di no mu je won mu nsam what is this
Obi a wako school pa.
Me ka di particular one so no mu ti ho say ya chamu mu say what me Sanko for no me say omunye adwene fast yes concept me serious no me catch your money Yeah, some woman say, I saw Papa, I'm working my quantity. I saw the name as if what you want come. What you want come. But when you know the Sika, Sika, what caught to me as if we're walking, you know, when you're not doing and nobody. Somebody has sent you one show me, but more than life with the Dutch, who wanted the home of Pia, say, Bako. Who the home of Pia, and you would like to Pia, who put 2 or 1 2, which you go with. So what I said, we are Quara, now we are there, who would like to Pia, what you call
baby. You can go back.
You can go back.
Can go back.
To motion here, pass out to me the moment. Oh, Anna, oh no. One says a Uber Kaya 2023 no election time you prepare you now. Let me check your friends saying okay FM. What me Tikasiana say friends. Not me. What me friend no person and was me Kasa said Yaminka. She says some no who said someone near your power and Tina or who said, I say, Thomas City, but we are chilling as a phone, not me, predicting not me, who knows a woman can or no Cassanti or Baba, and say, Chilwa or who said, Canada at Japan, a buy no attacking, you know, or attacking, but we are attacking MPP, no, I say, no one come, as one captain, or as one just one brother, what did you cry down? No one say yes. I was so then. What's not supposed to buy a Canadian Ponce?
Yeah.
So, some no, who said no, I didn't know one could starting no one go for court count. No, we check among us, and as if one who said no. Elizabeth Banty was also trying to tell them where and walk or the one. And yet, just a setting, a setting crown or way.
That's it.
The France saying, and what can we do? I don't my first head Japan. 1 year. Say, Senya, Masatin, what you be so sick, lie. What is semi papa? So, some no so about the Babano. And what so I would to say, or Cassa or good MPP because Canadian Pompa Cassa or can't some good MPP. No, and here Passano or to me can it be good and also one eye. One good MPP. I said no, put one
MPP crowd will be entering Munabra Musa. MPP crowd will be entering. Oh, yes. Yeah, understand. And then the many guests were chairman all the way from Dubai. Kata for nice. Yeah. Yo. And then you fast on a time now soon to the Boniface now. You fast now.
24 hours economy now. You for the buyer. Ghana for Tiasia side from beginning no so moment on your lecture say people would not just say that 24 hours economy at here. I supply demand and supply.
Yeah.
Factories and who produce factories in companies and yeah. 24 hours economy. I know we need factories. They said people for the buy. Then collaboration one big factories. Some cocoa kitty or divide. Fortress, your friend cocoa, you know, not our comprehension, not our support to no my day. Now, the 24 hours, not just wake one up, wake one, I do. And there's 24 hours economy, and when the Pinamere. Now, we market move from my building, market, why no could be one? Would you go cry? We are crazy, say, Nanajo. Oh, Ghana for whom may I be here pass, Mr. Ramon, whom may I be here pass, or one won't no.
Okay.
Oh, I said,
next time, no, and go for to go try and send to me Fabi soon. Thank you for joining, Mr. Hassan. Thank you so much. Real Max B. Chairman, Chairman Carry remember because so there I have to give you more time, but let me get rid of him. All right, Yanko, only have 5 minutes. Do time or so, Yanko.
Yes, sir. your friend is your child listeners there. My panelists of why you know. What's a mega?
What them clear?
Fellas.
Yes, sir.
Now, he's a certificateless CEO, was it?
Why?
What's in telling when you this certificate?
Minimpa.
Certificateless CEO. It means such a guy, you know, you don't take him serious. Now, fellas, when you say something be, and before we are giving something for saying, say, Ghana for Ninyansa, say to have chosen Mama over Baumia.
Oh, that man, no.
Also, for that, find out. Okano, a friend say, I'm 2024, you know, after the election. And Okaya, yes. After so cast idea, no one can send your man to know. Then say, Bibi, to where you know what follow what you saw. Even what them. Anti-fellas, may say, the uncles for my sometimes I wait for Mother Ghana. I'm telling you. Now, maybe your friend is saying, said you don't work out. Yeah, leadership now, almost to be frank and honest. Fellas, because seven put to pass as uncle for in some party here. Any other party has no future, I'm telling you. Now, fellas, now because a baby could be was sick on your friend is saying, I need for any Ashanti region.
Aye. Oh no.
Now, after then I'll be there. What am I hearing?
From us, Abia.
Abia Sipa Nipatia, the media before. Now, I am say Papa will be with you can say, or no, they would have catch the soul choosing between the back and one on life. And on can say, Yakupon say, only doing it, and the banner here. Hey, Ghana, me say. I am not saying you will set members into the new why I don't know, we don't pay attention to them. That's beating me friend who you have been the fight in a friend is a puppet to look at the same way. Maybe Pada shooting at you. No one know what you are, not on what your friend say. Bussy. Looking at this man saying this kind of nonsense, pushing your meeting president before. I can't hear to say, you want that to say that this for they are being charitable. That's a competition and the people more than another present competition too. Can't somebody take him on because you always say a threat. It's not threatening.
It is.
It's quite too far. Let me get me who say, I never want to say, he is all immature, sir. Over here is a baby, over here, not sorry, then. I talk about me, grab a boom, go to your car and tell, said, this is why I be buying German fancy. And then he went further to say, the other time was saying, and the birthday, and another rubber friend, and congratulated or friend, I think. That's it. Oh, fellas, says maybe who said me saying that sometimes like meaning of Gaza as a Mayan piano. Bible say, well, Quasia, a Jimmy, some sort of yes, I'll be able to say we as a four. Oh, Quasia can't Quasia summer. You have to reply him. Yes, I'll be able to use it as a four. That is the Bible. I am say about 40 Ghana. Now, I'm sure that didn't talk about for you say, I'm not. Fellas, when you say UK, any Kenyan version.
Yeah, I know. 1600.
UK no much. How could be actually be the Prime Minister or Sunak was the one is that?
Yeah, Richie Sunak.
Richie Sunak. What the Prime Minister or I am the former gas answer. And you also for years only years ago, most of watching.
That you say, yeah, as Christo form your majority. No, or when you Sambra, I go against Christo and friends and Muslim religion. And no minority with share against the majority. Now, what is in Nigeria? Some almost Muslim population here by about 80-90%.
Yeah, very vast majority.
Yes, what you say, yeah, friends say, Obasanjo, wait, Christo.
Yeah, I mean, in
So, Obabi, was there any problem?
No.
I good luck, Jonathan. Also, Christo, was there no problem? I can't say religion is the opium of the masses. I don't hear you. We are so for me, Guyana, so for me. Or some man for free US, I don't go Guyana.
Oh, yes, you could do. Okay.
Yes. What's it?
Because on a land, the mammy not mean to me mad the other people, you know.
Sorry, man, you go Guyana. The neighbor also couldn't buy better than
900. I, Omo poison no more.
Yeah, so I didn't need to see what Ghana. Because the way I nipped the fun religion work up, I'm telling you, it's false. I was here many down.
Okay.
Now, when you say, or market present, so for me, that's when them say, MPP ballot, presidential ballot, Selano, Ubia, and Muniso. No, we very well say, Baumia. I want to hear Flaberabo. Or so for me to make us on the market say, Selano, Ubi, and in the song. Maybe be a person who put it among prominence. Or not, you guys with that ballot also. Can you imagine?
Max. I'm fancy, and I'm into me more chance. Kakufo, Bianca Ton Kaku. Koton Kaku. May I say, the voice, please come in quick for me. Been a while.
Yeah, no, long time, man. Also, congratulations.
Thank you. I haven't seen you since. Hope everything is okay on your side.
By God's grace, by God's grace.
Beautiful.
Now, 3 weeks to 1 month, I didn't find no light by the engineers who are water region. And here almost 1 month,
light.
And I'm telling you, to me, do me a light. And there has not been any day I do a light or water region. Let me do impromptu. And easy to focus on. They release crowd. They don't inform us in advance. So they be just get up and off the light. Sometimes 8 hours, 9 hours. Every single day that God has created. Now, it's your mama and the NDC abandoned say. Yeah, now I am over 90% of votes. Say I now be Jaika. That's over a lot of our region be more. Water region. Ashanti region. Eastern region. Now only we are sad as one union here with your mama. Are they? About Joe. I got fellas on a serious note.
Your friends a t-shirt.
Let's hear you, my brother. Let's go. Yeah.
Light of no a doors to a say and yama and a Juma because we need light to work.
Yeah.
So we are begging.
Yep.
We are on to light as well, so we are 24 hours. And then the dance.
How can
let
you
me go to Falcon, but I'm about you. Now let me go to a Papa or Usubempa. Falcon, you woman about you.
Never.
You are disrupting me.
My ring.
Same thing.
Put in the drawer.
Yeah, go Papa or Usubempa. Look, OBBA will study a little bit of psychiatry. We realize there are certain area. So when you are obsessed with a certain group of people who constantly do not give you attention, but you still do everything possible within your power to draw their attention, it can be seen as a psychiatric disorder. Now, in our part of the world, dear, most of the time we overlook some of these things. And found so in many part, and I say we are apostle, and that's why they. As for mental issues, dear, everyone can be affected.
Yeah. And
sometimes when I hear some of these people speak, all I can see are clients who are in dire need of medical attention. But unfortunately, if you go and tell them, they will think, say, we young. That's the unfortunate aspect of it. But unfortunately, also, we are in a society where Kosiasem is eulogized. And yes, I sorry, be because the true essence of Christianity was never about telling us who is going to win the next election. It was never about telling us who is going to be the next MP. The true essence of Christianity, as we are told, was focused on making it to heaven. And then you painstakingly stream a whole service, 4-hour service in Nano, or Mutunum Vipe, and Wano, the Akaya MPP NDC, any Owu prophecies. And now, me unse pass be, I go pim ha, nipa be 50 bill, and this is how ridiculous church is becoming. Now, most people don't even see the true essence of going to church any longer. Because you go to church and it is looking as though it's a complete waste of time. Are they? And we as a people, look. And now, over the weekend, I buried my brother, my senior brother.
Oh, sorry, bro.
The firstborn. And I always tell you, say, my senior brother died because of chronic kidney disease. The price of dialysis, overwhelming. You see on your dialysis in a week, you need a scar. So we were doing only once a week. So I knew I was going to lose my brother by all means. And someone like me, I don't need a prophet to come and tell me, say, I should go and vote for party A or party B. In the next election, I'll look out for the party that is telling me, say, Oba, dialysis, no, or subsidize it. That is how a human being should be thinking. I am from a family where I have over 40 nephews and nieces. Over 40 of them. And Kufuado, about 8 or 9 of them went through senior high school for free. Uncle Felix, when it was my time to go to school, several years ago, there a funeral happened in my house. And my auntie was divided between paying my school fees to go to senior high school or using the money to buy cow for funeral. Thank God for a God-fearing auntie. And she decided to pay my school fees first and do the funeral later. These are some of the mental issues some of us at a very young age have had to confront because we're coming from a very poor background. And Kufuado, none of my nephews or nieces had to go through such a mental stress. So I don't need a pastor to come and tell me, say, Yakupon say, Debbie, I look at what works best for my family. Then you know my 74 finally. Look, I always say, the destiny of this nation has been handed over to you. As 74, any I can form in where you go out and vote massively for MPP wins. Anytime MPP is in power, this nation goes forward. That is why the destiny is in your hands. Whatever MPP has done that you don't like, forgive us. Look at how the whole nation is on its knees. Go for Muka. Accident be Brianso Kumasi Kwaenso and all over. Look upon all these things and forgive MPP. This is the time to come back. Homecoming Mamunina. Uncle Felix.
Good job. Agune, 5, Yanko. So for Benny. The patron yen eba start here and okuja to block kwa catch room say enya the papa and almost buy and they put a halt on those things. Yeah. But that's okay. Over here. Agune. Charlie Brandon corner time with him. I'm sorry. All right, Udi now try me. Chairman Karim, let me give Chairman Karim a warm welcome. Chairman Karim is the newly elected chairman of the Qatar branch. I actually had an opportunity to speak with them, and I actually was in a meeting with them, and I hope to do more of that engagement. Chairman, congratulations, and you are welcome to Political Zone for the first time.
Thank you so much, my dear brother Felix.
Yes.
Good evening to you all.
Yes.
Good evening to my very sister Amma. I can see you on the live.
Yeah.
The brother who just spoke really spoke my mind. He spoke all of my points. At this moment, Mijidi said, for MPP to come to power, the decision lies with the people of the Ashanti region, or the Akans in particular. You see, we cannot change the fact that the Akans decide who wins election. This is a gospel truth. We cannot change it.
Yeah.
For Ewusu Bemba, I don't want to give him recognition. But all I want to say is that he does not respect his congregates. Yes. Because regardless of boundary, then you don't deserve to lead in the first place. And Brother Felix, I remember you stated this very well, that the pastors or the religious leaders are the ones destroying our political atmosphere in Ghana. You said it 3 weeks ago. And this is exactly what is happening here. This is exactly what is happening. And thank God the reality is showing Ghanaians the way. As we speak now, average Ghanaian find it very difficult to eat 2 square meals a day. If somebody argues that dollar has been arrested, whatever, is it reflecting in the economy? No. But they should just wait. The real nature of whatever is happening will be exposed very soon.
Okay.
Very, very soon, in a widely apparent way.
Yeah.
That is not in a hidden, and it's the nearest future.
Yeah.
To our sister or mother, Nanaya Ajantwa, in a serious government, she should not be fit to be in that position. When you tackle national issues with your personal emotions, you are not fit to hold a public office.
Agreed.
Yes. Nanaya Ajantwa could have been fired immediately, after which she acknowledged that she has been in a way talked to. So for that matter, she is in a way paying us back. No, that is a childish. She's not fit. Honestly, she's not fit. For God's sake, she says she is old enough to be the mother of the minority leader, which I doubt. She dare not try that. She might be older, but this is somebody who addressed former President Kufuor as a replica or a resemblance of Nebuchadnezzar and all that. I think NPP, we are learning it the hard way. We were so lenient when we were in power. We were so lenient. We let go so many things. And here we are facing it in the hard way. So let's keep the good work done.
Okay.
Let's keep fighting.
Okay.
Let's make the realities known to ordinary Ghanaians.
All right.
That is all I will say this evening.
Thank you. So finally my job is done. I've now been calculated. So you guys should get your plane ticket together. I'm ready to come to Qatar now. Get yourself ready. I'm ready. I'll be coming there. All right, Chairman.
You are welcome, because we will be doing our swearing in very soon.
Get a ticket ready. Get a ticket ready. I told you, get a ticket ready. Tell Alhaji and Mr. Lassan to get a ticket ready.
Let us know when you are coming.
Yeah.
And I will discuss with the executives.
Definitely,
Yeah,
Karim.
thank you so much.
All right, so much. All right, Agune. Me try me do be last one. Kin Agoloso or Agoloso. Me patron say me not doing wrong afache me. Me patron who are 5 minutes. Who are 5 minutes focus. Agoloso. Yo, Agoloso patron be jani yanko.
Yo, me name that's it. So mama akonya. Job be our platform. So
Be just
yeah. Pretty much such also been bad. Me friend Robert.
Hey, sir, Aaron.
Oh yeah, me friend Robert. One disable. What I say? One disable. So
a week where the master manu pao.
because you know, so for obi or church papa aman and profile within a chi if follow. So that's it.
So
It is oh yeah, so for so for now want to me and church papa. Emma on crown for Odochi. No, also be about officer engines from Guana, it's a Nasarawana. And other simply I feel annoyed or can be one tree, the Nimino, a persona. A bit of an interpreter now, Jan and Chapman now, interpreting the West Manolo. Which I was all plan on that or on pain.
I tell me,
Yeah, and now. Yes.
Sir.
It will not know critical enemies, but we never try. What I say. Also, people.
Sorry, I go.
And yeah, I suffer for you know, and I a friend's a meeting or more that kind of platform no and on my planning and also been public talk and I know that you didn't so with my baby. What I say because I said well check we want them phobia or that kind of people no what can tell me straight say MPP for the we about 10 times yeah I suffer for years
Hey.
What can you buy? I say, a keep out here, Papa, no, there was some more. Some I know, just look at them and say, I want to be translated, Emma Camoni, every your match.
Wow.
And I'm saying,
wow.
When you bet me, we do a man, so I'm on one toe. Nick Christian, no, we do a man, so I'm on one toe. Then I won't say, or won't be Christian because on the ticket price, I say. Just imagine all this kind of thing. Yeah, okay. That is a year organized group of people. I don't want the money. I don't want it to see Papa no so. Yeah, I Dr. Bawumia. As you said, a month, no matter what it is, any sector. Gonna be the Buchuka, gonna be the Buchuka. Never accept. I know my cat. Yamia also. Yeah, obi ntiase e no bakonya obi a woni MPP sem kaka yeah you to be back
sir
na mo no e di amano say masa e opese e guy won some ka na to opese yeah friends say any year o that tie e nyina no so opese you can ever fall so dia any ko le ko yet ade we my
yes yes
you ban be fall so ama what may execute this kind of thing. That is why I also been by AS I don't know because you know it doesn't make sense. Even Obibia, what do you mean the get the old paper all ye. So it's trust ya and who said the papa and said Yadi become home to Yari and the Yari no or Yari before Yadi and what Yari or a year say jealousy because I'm yari. Yari. Just a opa just yari no yari. Say I'm for you know what Jimmy no. Because the old you know that you don't want me to say that. What I say. And now somebody back the just I want he's a boy say over the 1 year.
Basenteli.
Yeah, but since I the banner you so. One doesn't no. Say and before Yakasana attention pass. I don't want to be no as a attention upon different kind of what I say. It's trust it. So say
all right. Me that say I go so me you for my phone, Mr. Remo, me patch my moderators my phone. I go to try when I me patch when I do baby. And become patch when I do baby into my chance and corner. Oh, Debbie, patch mom was running the be abekasa. Why? Mom was no be abekasa. Why? All right, I say I do so cry into the casa preco. 5 minutes. Bibi, try me 1 minute. Me find the amount back. YouTube for Mefia me da say ma me mo be support you ni na me da mu ni na say aha na me de YouTube ni be si akanipa 1 2 3 akanipa 3 na yeah the program ni na be we I have to okay ba kwa be count here 4 me pa after this no more please after this no more me da say onyame ya adoma Friday ye be say share bio na ya to ayen komodie no so me da mu ni na say on YouTube.
That's